Hi, Alondra. I wanted to demonstrate a couple things for your Quest 3 communication that I think will be helpful. One thing is I realized in Word there's different layouts that you can use to create and view your document. And most of us work in the print layout, which is what you are working in here. And that's why we have the page breaks, and it's set up so that if we print it out, it will print the way it's supposed to on 8.5 by 11 pages. The place that we can choose different layout and format is down here on the gray banner along the bottom. And you'll see right now the one that's selected is this one that's highlighted, print layout. And the next one to it has this little world icon, and that's the web layout. And when I click on that, it changes the document so that it looks like it would if it were actually a web page. So you can choose the web layout to create your document, and I believe when you submit it, I think it will keep its format as a web layout in Canvas. I'm not positive about that, but we can try it. But you can see when we change to the web layout, it really looks different on the page, and you might want to make some changes in terms of how you're formatting things, like the size of the images that you use, and maybe you want to center them on the page instead of having them aligned at the left margin. Maybe you want to use a somewhat bigger font or a different font that would look better for a website or a web page. So that's one suggestion I have for you. The other suggestion is using the editor tool to help you identify these places where you have the extra space around punctuation. So if you don't have it already enabled, you can, in the banner up here, you can either click here on this editor icon, or from the menu along the top of the page, you can click on Tools, and one of the options is Spelling and Grammar, and when I go over to click on Editor, then it's going to open the editor function for me. And you'll see that every place where you have extra space is highlighted with two blue lines. So that can help you go through your document, and when I click on one, it will give me the option about what to do, and it just shows, okay, I'm going to get rid of that extra space, and all I have to do is click on the suggestion, and it will make the change right in the document for you. So you could go, that's a really easy way as a first check to try to make sure that you catch all of those spots where you have extra spaces when you don't need them, or maybe sometimes you're missing a space. You'll see that there are also some other suggestions as well, like when I click on this, here it's suggesting using the word were instead of was. The show and the intense way it were being portrayed. Yeah, that doesn't. So sometimes it will give you a suggestion that doesn't make it better. So you have to kind of think it through for yourself to decide if you want to accept the correction or accept the change. But that should help you catch those mistakes and maybe see some other things in your text that you're not catching on your own. This spot here, I'm going to check and click on this. I'm not sure why this is underlined. Oh, they're just suggesting using more concise language by only using I instead of I myself. There again, you would have to make that call, which you think works better in terms of how you're trying to communicate your meaning. Okay, I hope that helps, and let me know if you have any questions about either of these things, either using that editor tool in Word or using the web layout view.